Hi family, welcome back to Beck's Flavor. So what is Christmas without some roast potatoes? Tell me, what is it? There isn't a Christmas without roast potatoes. So we are going to be making these delicious, crunchy and crispy roast potatoes. Let's get started. To get started, of course, I have my potatoes to start off the dish, and what I'm going to be doing is just to cut this in my preferred shape. You can cut this in any shape that you like, but the smaller you cut them, the crispier it will become. Once I finish cutting up my potatoes, I am going to be cooking this until it is nice and soft, and I've also added a bit of salt as well. And you don't want it to be too soft, but you want it to be soft enough. Okay, you want it to be nearly cooked, okay, because if it's not cooked it won't be as crunchy as I want it to be. So just make sure they are just about cooked. Then I'm going to drain this, and I am going to be shaking this in the pan. I am doing so that once it gets a bit rough outside the edges, it will make it more crispier when you roast it. Okay, so you want it to look like this because all that little bits around it is going to make it extra crispy. So now we want it to be garlicky and herby. So we've got some garlic and we've got some rosemary and some thyme. These are fresh ones, but of course you can use the dry ones as well. So I'm just going to be dicing up my garlic, and then I will also do the same for my rosemary and the thyme. Once that's finely and neatly chopped, I am going to be adding in some unsalted butter to my heated pan, and then I'm also going to be adding in some olive oil as well. And these two, the combination of the two, is going to make your potato taste so good. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure that my butter is melted before I add in my garlic and my herbs. So now I'm just going to be adding in my garlic, and then I'll also add in the rosemary and the thyme. I will not let this fry for too long, otherwise the garlic is going to burn. Okay, mind you, we are still going to put this into the oven. All I'm doing is trying to infuse the garlic and the herbs into the butter and the olive oil. Okay, so it's going to be just about a minute or two, and then that is it. So once it has infused into the oil, I am going to be adding this on my potatoes, and I've placed my potatoes onto some baking rack, and I am going to be adding this lovely infused oil onto my potatoes. This potatoes is going to be so good. I promise you need to try it, okay? I'm going to be drizzling some more olive oil onto my potatoes because I want the olive oil to infuse into my potatoes. Okay, if you don't want to add more oil onto your potatoes, then by all means you can omit this step. Okay. Once that is done, I'm just going to place this in my oven and I'm going to allow this to be nice and crispy. Okay, so the crispier you want it, the longer you will leave it in the oven. So it all depends on how you want it. I mean, look at this. Okay, look, you can see how crispy it is. You know it's going to be so good. It's nice and garlicky, nice and herby, and you definitely need this on your Christmas table this Christmas. Okay, if you haven't yet subscribed at this stage, please go ahead and do subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, comment below, share with everybody you know. Let them know that this Christmas they need to try this recipe, okay? And don't forget that life is too short, so live your best life. I love you for watching and I'll see you next time in my video. Take care of yourself. Bye.